Democratic elections. In this module, you will learn about the need for holding elections and the various conditions to be observed for holding a democratic election. In the modern world, democracy is considered to be the most dominant form of political system adopted by most developed and developing countries. A government of the people, by the people, and for the people is the basic idea of a democratic setup. In a democracy, the government is elected by the people of the country. Election is the process by which the people choose their representatives and change them at regular interval of time. Elections are necessary in a democratic country, as without it, the rule of the people is not possible. Free and fair elections constitute the key element of a successful democracy. Through elections, the voters are left with the privilege to make many choices, like decide who will make laws for them, choose the representatives who will form the government and take major decisions, choose the party whose policies will guide the government and lawmaking. However, not all elections are to be considered as democratic. There are certain requirements for an election to be considered as democratic. Firstly, all adult citizens should have the right to exercise their vote through secret ballot. Secondly, every election must have parties and candidates contesting elections, thus providing meaningful choices to the voters. Thirdly, elections must be held regularly after stipulated period to keep a check on misuse of power by the ruling party. Fourthly, the candidate securing the majority votes should get elected. And fifthly, elections should be conducted in a free and fair manner where people are not forced upon with any choice against their wish. The voters should not be coerced into voting for a particular candidate or party. Elections are all about healthy competition between parties and candidates to secure the votes of the people and to form the government. Electoral competition between candidates is important for a meaningful election. Electoral competition sets up a system where political leaders are rewarded for serving the people and rejected for not doing so by the people. Regular electoral competition keeps a check on the leaders and provides motivation to them to work in the interest of the people. The parties are aware that the voters have other options and alternatives in the form of other candidates to choose from in case they fail to fulfill their promises. Hence, the parties are motivated by their desire to win the favor of the masses and come to power and work in the interest of the people. However, electoral competition has several demerits. It creates a sense of disunity and factionalism in every locality. Different political parties and leaders often level allegations against one another. parties and candidates often use dirty tricks to win elections. Nevertheless, despite its demerits, political competition enables people to control the leaders and force political parties and leaders to serve the people. Let's recall what you have learnt. A government of the people, by the people, and for the people is the basic idea of a democratic setup. The government is elected by the people of the country in a democracy. Election is the process by which people choose their representatives. Free and fair elections constitute the key element of a successful democracy. There are certain requirements for an election to be considered as democratic. Everyone should be able to choose. That is, everyone should have one vote and every vote should have equal value. Every election must have parties and candidates contesting elections. Elections must be held regularly after every few years to keep a check on those in power. The candidate securing the highest count of votes of the people should get elected. Elections should be conducted in a free and fair manner where people choose as they really wish. Electoral competition between candidates is important for a meaningful election. Electoral competition sets up a system where political leaders are rewarded for serving the people and punished for not doing so by the people. However, it creates a sense of disunity and factionalism in every locality. Political competition enables people to control the leaders and forces political parties and leaders to serve the people.